Honig.
If you see people, they don't know each other, for one suggested idea to come together, then it becomes different. It's not one person design 1,000 square meter villa anymore. You're part of this large movement. This movement is about communicating, exchange ideas, knowledge, and many, experience are much stronger. So we are not interested just produce architecture. We are more interested in human conceptual exchange, or even that's much more important, I think, especially today. And so we want to break the boundary. The old world. It's not so interesting, and you see so excited. Even they don't design anything, I think it's still very exciting for them to meet here to discuss, because we're talking about possibility rather than fixed solid product. There's so much possibilities there.
感谢全世界优秀的，
感谢来自全世界，
感谢来自全世界的优秀建筑师欢迎
给他写一下。
全世界建筑师来到鄂尔多斯，就反正主要你翻译对了就行了，我说的错了，反正都是没关系。希望大家
在这里工作顺利
身体健康。
不用身体健康就不要了
身体健康也没问题，身体健康。
其实工作顺利，身体健康，然后待好了，什么都就一句话，就 please and stay 就行了。其实我就一句话。
那你给我再简单点，一个字就行了。
反正我再次代表江源水务公司
全体员
工，感谢。
我也别水务了，就江源公司，能减少几个字就减少几个字。
Let's welcome Mr. Tsai, the president of Jiangyuan Water Engineering Company.
欢迎全世界优秀的建筑师来到我们鄂尔多斯草原，希望你们在我们这里开心愉快，工作顺利。谢谢。
Welcome you all the architects from all around the world and wishing you a pleasant stay. Thank you.
谢谢大家，开吃了。
艾未未 Mr. They're not here right now, but we just want to all say thank you so much for all their hard work and their appreciation for all of you guys coming out. And we're so excited to be able to work with you guys. So thank you for all your work.
I needed 1 second to think about it, basically. And I immediately thought this is such a unique thing that let's just do it and see let's see what comes out.
Yeah.
Or I mean it was really great. I mean to build a house in this context, amazing.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a game invented by the Surrealists, which is named Cadavre Exquise. It was a game in which the Surrealist members used to sit in a cafe and having folded paper, and each one was drawing on a piece of paper without knowing how it will continue and what the others will do. So in a certain sense, the project as a whole is a little bit kind of architectural cadavre exquise.
I think a project like this is also possible in many different countries, because this is a private investor putting a lot of money, and so you can do this in every country almost. But what is really different here and special is that this is a new city, and in Europe maybe last time they really did new cities was 120 years ago, and today the existing cities grow a little bit, but mainly just changing what is there. And here to have to see the first step of a new city is very exciting.
我皮鞋没擦上啊。
Good afternoon, honorable leaders, dear guests,
站起来一下吧。
and our Ordos 100 architects.
大家下午好，我先自我介绍一下，我叫戴晓忠，是江源水务公司的副总经理。在这个白雪覆盖、美丽而寒冷的季节，我们在这里召开由鄂尔多斯江源水务工程公司、鄂尔多斯江源文化创意产业发展有限公司和以著名艺术家、建筑师艾未未先生领衔的北京发克文化发展有限公司策划的鄂尔多斯100国际建筑师项目启动仪式大会。大家欢迎杨市长讲话。
First, let's welcome Ms. Yang.
江源文化创意园区是地方政府全力支持的重点项目，它以园区为载体，为各种创意产业提供发展平台。鄂尔多斯100作为一个极具创新与挑战性的项目，由100家国际顶级设计单位创作100个建筑艺术精品，集中在一个区域内展示，这在世界建筑史上也是罕见的。我们可以自豪地说，我们将共同创造一项人间奇迹。
I think it should respect the time it is being done in. It should be very contemporary and respect the changes in our society that is happening at the contemporary situation.
We read so much about globalization in the newspapers, we hear it on TV, and I think this project is really a result of this globalization and maybe for sure one of the positive results of it. No?
China is modernizing, it's developing, it's, as I said, great history, lots of energy, incredible industry, but the issues of resources are as much a challenge here as it is for the rest of the world.
In a certain sense, when I'm coming to China to build a villa, I'm also helping the Chinese to build or to rebuild a class society in the context of the Chinese actual system, which is supposed to be socialist or communist from one hand, but also capitalist from the other.
I think that in the world, a house 1,000 square meter big is a house for rich people. That's for sure. I know that. In China, in Mexico, and in any place.
最多10分钟。
they're counting money.
Okay? One. Everybody's looking to me. I see you. Yeah.
照着那个
OK，
说说这个意思。
昨天那个媒体的那个老外是，他们好像不太理解什么叫文化产业。
不是，他们问的这个题就是要听你的理解。因为他写肯定是因为你怎么说，他需要这样的素材。
于老师理解的深吗？
不是。这是我们展现给大家的一片规划的将来的远景。
So here's a plan for its future look.
这就是那个文化产业的核心区。
So over there is the core area.
这是 E 地块。
And this is plot E.
A 地块，我们将要做设计100个建筑所要做的设计的地方。
And plot A. Plot E and plot A are the two areas where your project are going to be located.
Yachin Kearns from Smaller Architects. I have a question to the urban planner, and I'd like to know what is their idea about the desert. I mean, basically we are in the middle of the desert, but so far as I see the fact that will be brought a lot of water, this desert will be completely transformed. Also from the drawings I see that everything is just green. So I would like to know, what do you think about the desert in this site?
Okay, well, they are saying what you have seen nowadays in Ordos, in the city, existing city, was a desert not long ago. So it's not a question about planting trees or trying to improve the environment. It is definitely the thing that I wanted to do, but it would take time, as everyone knows. And then, of course, the whole process, because it's a desert environment, even they are going to plant more trees and try to create more green, the whole process will be done in the energy and the resource saving manner. So,
first 100 architects from all over the world. It's an amazing situation. And then 1,000 square meter house. It's beyond our imagination. So it's a big challenge for us to think about what is house or what is architecture. And yes, so it's a very fundamental question for us. So it's very challenging.
Well, I think it's a very interesting experiment, but exactly because it hardly has any context. I mean, it is far away from any typical context we're used to. It's 1,000 houses in the middle of the desert, 100 houses, sorry, in the middle of the desert, but the desert is not really there, so it's almost like working in vacuum. Yeah, so in a sense, the question becomes a question about how to make a house of such a crazy size without any context. So almost as an architectonic exercise.
The landscape was very familiar. The landscape of our site is very familiar to us because in Israel, all the line next to the seashore is exactly the same. It's dunes and it has the same kind of vegetation and it's very similar. But for us, it's like going to the sea is going through that kind of landscape. And here, this landscape just have more landscape, more desert after it. So in a way, it's very similar, but it's completely different, of course.
The main difference between a villa and a simple house is has to do with very simple questions such as who clean your house, who cook your meals, and who is this guy, where he lives, what is his living conditions.
That I designed the house for me because I don't know the people that is going to live there and I don't know really how they live. I don't understand the culture. I'm not really familiar with it, I have to say. And so I designed the house if it was for me.
There are so many architects in the world right now that are only put their architecture just as far as an image, as an expression. So people are really forced to be adapted to the architecture instead of the architecture that is adapting to people. I think people should be, be in the center of architecture instead of being the victim of architecture. So probably.
I'm very critic about contemporary architecture. I think it's irrelevant. I mean, architects tend to deal with issues that only interest other architects and are not engaging with questions that interest societies at large.
Clearly it was an opportunity, amazing one at an architectural level, but it's also about an urbanism. It's about making new urban centers. It's about making spaces which are comfortable for people. It's about bringing dignity, because the difference between those who have a lot and those who have a little is quite big. Same thing in South Africa. So for me, I just wanted to say that I think the context and the contextual framework, the urban design and the planning, those issues for me are very fascinating, because when they're done well, it frees up the architect to just do what the architect is actually good at. And you don't have projects where the architect tries to solve the whole world in a building, which is not possible, you know what I mean?
So it would be nice if you could really meet a client to be thinking more of how it really functions. We had an extremely long debate about how the Chinese kitchen functions, for instance.
Okay.
I mean, that is really stupid.
Of course.
And it would be so nice to have just the interaction with the clients. How do you want this to work?
And in this condition, we have very much experience because we do a lot of developing in Mexico. We never meet the final client. We only meet the intermediary, that is the developer. And the developer has an idea, and we as architects have to take that idea and make it happen.
I think it's in a good way. I mean, what's interesting about it, like this discussion we had the other day, is how resistant a lot of the architects are to that chaos, And I think if they would just give themselves to it and accept it, they would be a lot happier and also probably do better work, I think. 我觉得是不是那个我们宣布完了是谁这块他到这儿跟他握个手，合作成功行不行？安老师，我就说那能不能抽完签了有一个您和我们蔡总跟他握个手？
可以啊。
薇薇吧，应该是薇薇。
当然是你，我握手。
应该是你。
如果是我就不握手了。
我觉得你们俩都应该握。
你是甲方嘛？
对啊。
我站你旁边可以的。
下面请下面请大家就坐。我们现在进行鄂尔多斯这个项目，此行当中最重要的一个活动，抽签决定每一个地块的设计归属。
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Now we have entered the most important phase of the trip. It's the time to decide which parcel you will be working on.
下面有请第一位。
Let's welcome our number 1, ID number 9, Salam Mekbali. Come toss it her time.
If I want to open it and show the numbers to the no problem. Blue one, okay. Show to the. It's like the World Cup. South Africa.
Number 1. The other way around. What do we have?
11.
Now we have
number 11.
Number 11.
And
now we sign here. Show us. What number is it? It's number 19. 14.
It's a really good one. It's the best one. Take this.
56, 55, 43, ID number 50, 40, plot number 77, 59, 95.
I want to do 5.
No, 74 is 26.
And 73?
7307.
I really have this entrance here of Ai Weiwei's complex, which is nice, no? It's the starting point.
This is a building I built for my village, and he just moved the same thing over here. It's not a design for this. Okay. That's the first time I see it. Yeah, it's
This is not what's in the book?
It's in the book for the village, for the village to take over.
The idea is that we wanted to really get everyone together in a single room and talk about some of the issues that have been recurring in the conversations during meals and binge drinking sessions. So basically we want to just open it up and really allow particularly the two phases to interact with each other and communicate.
And an idea, or just a proposal I would like to bring in is that we said, how beautiful would it be if all the houses would be built out of the same material, in exactly the same color, and this reflects a bit maybe this first reaction on the model that you feel like the need to spray all with the same color or something, to bring in like a certain order or something. Maybe this is completely exaggerated, I don't know, but the idea that the whole town would like emerge from the ground or from the earth within one homogeneous color and material would be fantastic, just as a discussion proposal.
It might be useful today, because I think it's still a process. I don't think the designs are set. I think we can still move things and change things personally. The zoo effect that everyone is talking about, which is shocking, I don't know if it's enough to paint all the animals one color or whatnot.
However, I think Emmanuel Chris' proposal that Michael called painting all the animals the same color is not to be underestimated.
So I think in a way we could have since this is sort of a UN General Council meeting, we could have a vote, or we could start to create some sort of consensus about what to do. I don't know if that's a possibility or not, but maybe there's a way to set up some rules or standards or even general thoughts on this.
If we have the possibility to do something which at least I have seen very rarely, a setting of these big volumes so close. For me this is interesting, and I also had this idea of a UN meeting suddenly where we start to agree on things we don't really control, and in the end we might destroy this very easy setting of each one a plot. He does what he wants, and if someone is willing to share a thought on materials or reducing like the show-off effect, that's why we all are here for somehow. So let's do that, but then let's do that on an informal level, but no votings, please.
Shall we vote on whether or not we should vote?
一般第一个人进来可能会试一下，第二个进来会谁？完了就剩下小谢，
We have to pay. It's now.
只能等，因为这边没欧元没多。
Okay. Okay.
Will you check out?
Yeah. Not here.
No, here.
For the Hilton.
Yeah, here we just give you
My room number is
airplane ticket.
Okay.
It's okay.
You want me to sign? I don't understand why.
You don't sign the receipt.
他不愿意签，他说收据是我收到钱之后我才会签的东西。 So why don't I sign this? 去北京取，你可不可以写欠款
We'll sign it in Beijing.
Yeah, we'll sign. 去北京取了 mortification， 去北京取就已经很难办了。 你可不可以写欠款？都是这么写的。他已经跟他说会费用给你。That's what I was telling her.
Very good.
这个钱还没去北京取证。Not being paid yet.
No, we don't sign it till you pay.
We don't have enough change for euro, so we will have the last amount for you, and then have some Chinese change for you. Maybe we'll expand in Beijing or here. Is that okay?
I was spent only 2 hours in Beijing actually.
零钱他拿美元可以吗？
没有，咱们提欧元，因为太乱了，人太多。
So that's so far the best thing that we can do.
说那个委托，比如说我必须得写一个文字的委托，你帮我给他出示这个东西。最少3天出示。但别人都已经走了。我们一直在问你们准备好，说全部准备好。今天遇到情况又变了。
让他们不要变，什么事儿说了就不要变。
是这样的，这个我要给换的是啊。
现在谈这个问题，你总是你我，咱们是一家人，不是你
是一家人。
但是呢，你不要总是这样说，强调
你建筑师呢，我们应该就是我们规定准备好东西就给他准备好，就不应该在这个因为时间是非常有限的。
不，那么你付美元有一个差价，剩下这几百块钱人民币怎么说？几分几毛怎么换？
我把合同翻出来了。
对，他是正刚，他这个是暗示。
咱们就是说，
告诉他们一定要上机考。
我专有个付款的一个合同。
你把戴总给我叫过来。
看一下。总设计费以人民币为标准，服建筑师的费用以欧元或美元支付，以付款当日公布汇率为准。
Actually, somebody, one of my friends is a friend of mine.
If you use my name, you should get out of it.
这就只能是这样的。
太不扫兴了
啊！
太不扫兴了。
对，咱们说清楚跟他们。就是改，就是老改是吧？老改这跟我已经说清楚，我说一切按这个合同。
给媒体的钱，我们都多少天都说好，今天又反悔不给。
现在没有给吗？
最后给了，我说你太都有东西，我都说好，你怎么这么没有？我说要，我当时说把合同撕了，咱们签了。
就这样，只要你合同就没这些事情就这么简单，这个一定有事先有合同，没合同是没办法的。
我当时
咱们制约不了。
我就说合同不签了，为啥呢？我叫他们先把钱拿着，我害怕有变，你知道吗？
那你怎么混淆这个事儿呢？我跟你说的什么？
安排了多年，你又是不知道哪一次不是？
什么事儿？那是什么问题？是小赵没拉，还是你们跟他说？
我跟他说了。
你跟他说为什么现在还没拉上？
我那个时候在那儿角落里，把我跟他讲了。
不是，咱们美元吧，是那个就是有点不够，个别人不够，我就把那个整个全给咱们发克那个会计，让他统一回去分一下。我给美元了，也给那个零头，我也给咱们会计，上面都已经交了。
不够，你等于是给了一部分人民币，是吧？
不对，不是，
是钱嘛，
是这样的，
不是不给钱的事。
我钱吧全部给了，但是呢，我给了咱们发克的会计呢，给了一部分美元，给了一部分人民币，
全部付了是吧？
对，全部付了，没给个人。
这个钱呢，它是就是你们现在就是有一部分没有不够美元，
美元不够，对，
不是，就整个这个钱够不够？
够了，
钱是够的，但这里头有人民币。
没有，总之是你们这儿第一个不顺，然后才造成我们这儿不顺，才造成别人不顺，对不对？你们这个球踢到我们这儿，我们不可能拿着钱不给人发，是不是？一个呢，就是我们合同定的东西别改，按照合同来就完了。你下面啊都没有，咱都钱没准备好就是改了。你说是小事儿，是钱没准备，但是人家来就这么2天，你给人搞完了吗？这事儿。但是戴总为什么管我叫法克先生？
戴总，你戴总，我跟你说过多少次了？你嘴上注意点，真的。
Okay, sorry, Mr. I'm sorry, very sorry.
您乘坐的
264航班现在开始办理乘机手续，请您到柜台办理。谢谢。Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? We are now ready for checking for flight 1120 to Beijing at counter. Thank you. 前往北京的旅客请注意，您乘坐的264航班现在开始办理乘机手续，请您到柜台办理。谢谢。
Whenever you work for a private investor of that size, this is a big, big rich company man behind that. You never know exactly where the money comes from, if in the end he will really do it, if he changes his mind and will put your house somewhere else or tell a Chinese architect to make it better, whatever. But if we don't you have to jump and see in the end what happens. And I think you cannot, these projects in China is not about absolute control and absolute to know already what will happen, but this also is very rarely the case somewhere else in the world.
So, how can you describe your relationship with your client? Use only one word.
With this client?
No, not only, more general.
Evasive.
Okay. What do you think?
Openness.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
She needs you to repeat your answer.
To repeat my answer? Can I change it?
Yeah, of course.
Openness.
商业这块儿怎么实现，我比较关心，因为实际上这个商业能不能实现，也关系到咱们这个项目能不能完全的走下去这么个事儿。其实我更在意这些，没必要把这个事情弄好，要不然到时候要没有做完整，挺可惜的。或者是没有，就是最后把方案交完了，这事儿就完了，那就没什么意思了，对不对？那就挺可惜的。他们也出了很多智慧，咱们也费了很多的精力和时间来做这个事情，最后一点动静，就是只是做这一个纸上谈兵的东西，我觉得挺可惜，真的。
你觉得这样有这个可能吗？
反正我现在认为还是有这个可能。
你怎么看才江这个人？
这不好说，我在这儿。不能说。
要拉出单子，哪些地方你要改了，你要跟设计师去交流。那边可能说你能改，你规范是什么？因为我们跟赫尔佐格做就是这样，你把规范讲清楚，他这是很聪明人，他可以按你这个来做，他可以牺牲什么不牺牲什么，对不对？就像一个人说你这画能不能给我弄小点？人说王毅，你给我。你弄小点儿，那不容易。你要什么地方我给你画成，他不，他给你丫划成卖成一张画给你画成4张画。
这是另一个事儿，
不是另外一个事儿，是这是一个事儿，没到完之前都是一个事儿，
是两个事儿。
开什么玩笑？
现在
建筑没做到完，等于没事。什么叫两个事儿？不可能的，你要么我负责，要么我不负责，就是这么简单。没事，他们这儿负责。
More excavations cameras, video cameras.
As a fish.
This is the actually going to be footage of the garage, fitness and so on.
Well, ask him if you should have a haircut.
We have an appointment tomorrow, this year. You know that? You have it. You want to have it? Huh? You want to have a haircut? Go back to the fucking university. Come on. Cut your hair. Can you cut it not too short and do whatever you want, but not too short so then it's fixable?
Somewhere short, somewhere not short. 50% short.
But don't shave, just short.
This is negotiations.
If you short like you, and then whatever you want.
Yeah? Short like me, then whatever I want?
Yeah. No, some parts, not shorter than that, so I can fix it.
You can fix it?
Afterwards, if it's not presentable. Come on, let's do it.
He's scared. How can
I'm not scared. I have an appointment with a client. If you don't...
What do you mean? That has nothing to do with the haircut.
Appreciating this moment. we both went to a Mongolian restaurant. And we are both
You now understand the Mongolian habits.
We have been drinking a lot. We are not able to express continuous sentences.
Do you want to maybe push down a little bit?
We can do that,
yeah. Just because now we all know your neighbors, you know. Please just look at the large model and to have sense of you know how you affect other people's because this is part of your you know it's not individual buildings, it's about you know how we also to adjust ourselves with the neighbors. This place I like to have. It's really I like to live in.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes me very happy. That's really thank you very much.
Here, everything's so fine. The space, inside, outside, you know, you have different qualities. It's very nice. Level-wise and so nice. 有没有问题？ Yes.
Good.
Bye bye.
So you mean the brick between the columns, right? And
Yeah.
But the insulation should be
It's
inside.
like this. You have
And the mortar outside.
That's the concrete materials. So you have bricks in between.
Yeah.
Then you have insulations.
Outside.
Outside.
Okay.
Then you smooth it with
Mortar.
another mortar.
Is it rigid insulation?
That's the most common.
But could it be a bridge structure? This could be a bridge.
Bridge?
Bridge. Like a bridge. And then I could, as an idea, and I could pin it here. I would have a socket, and then
my experience, it really can be done in China. The structure is no problem.
No
but
problem
it means
structure.
high cost.
The cost.
Cost.
Nice, comfortable gardens there. Yeah, bye-bye.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And at first it's a complete mess. It's a gigantic heap of different things, and you think, what the hell? But altogether, it works. And maybe that's exactly the feeling I have when I see this model.
So I think it's a very confusing situation, but that's very exciting, I think, because something new is emerging from confusing situation. So I feel very positive about this.
It's a very, very new question, and from that point of view, I guess new answers are going to come up from the question.
Well, I think for us, maybe different than a lot of the other projects, we understood the design problem not simply as designing one building, but somehow trying to design a fragment of something bigger. And I think that context was both the desert context, but it was also this kind of unseen 99 other villas. And so our idea was to design something. We knew we wanted to design something that was very primitive, that was very, very strong, but very still, because we felt there would be a lot of stuff around us.
Yes, right. I don't think architecture now it's about vernacular elements. It's about globalization and modern elements. So it's not about come and see how people live, because people live exactly as we live anywhere in the world. But it's about the quality of the climate, the quality of the materials, and how you're going to put all those things together to make architecture in a specific place.
It's a zoo. It's a zoo. In all senses you can imagine. It's a zoo. The setup was to create a zoo, and what we get is a zoo.
Well, this becomes like a zoo, but I'm not sure if this zoo is going to work. But thinking a bit longer about it, I thought well, okay, wait until you see the whole 100, and then maybe the 100 is a critical mass that it kind of works, that you have this extreme diversity, because we as architects, we are not so used to that, to this freedom. And then, as it was actually also already in the last symposium, 2 months ago, where people were saying, well, we should maybe use all the same material, or some sort of guidance, I think it's not necessary, to be honest. I think it will work. It is kind of like a self-organizing system almost.
So I cannot say I know China. I cannot say I know. It's for me, it's like other world, But anyhow, I feel more connected now. I don't agree with all of them, but I feel well that they exist. It's.
It is a very nice gesture towards the world to express interest in ideas from all over the world.
I think I've learned a lot here. You know, it's always good to be surrounded by talented people. In the end, you get somehow upgraded in your own practice while taking a look at others that are better than you. So I feel privileged to being able to get at first hand this other architects' experience. A lot of good projects here. So
it's a great selection. Yes. And it is a very clear description, I think, of each villa represents really something from somewhere else. Yes.
I feel, as I said at the very beginning, I feel very happy about this initiative. I think it brought many people together, yes, and most of them participated with enthusiasm. And I see a lot of enthusiasm in the people that are leaving Ordos today.
I think it's good. I think it's totally crazy, but I don't mean that in a bad way at all. And ultimately, I think it's good, basically, for everybody. I think it's good for the architects, good for the client, good for Ordos. So I think people are happy to be involved.
This is surreal.
Very happy to meet you.
Yeah, happy to meet you. No time to talk much, but it's happy you come. Thanks for everything. Thanks for everything.
Thanks so much. Looking
to
forward
say
to it.
bye. Yes.
We'll be back. Stage 2. All right, really good. Great trip. Good project.
Thank you very much for all
because
this
still
good,
you are very
so nice
different.
organization and so nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Time to go.
Time to go.
All right. Thank you very much for everything. It was cool. It was really good.
Thank you. Good to meet you. See you next time.
Thank you. We'll see you next time. All right.
Thank you
Thanks
so
a lot.
much. If I can see you.
Thanks, Wei Wei. Can we get a picture with you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Camille, take a picture. Amal? Yeah. That's with Wei Wei. Yeah, exactly.
I hope you invite all the architects when the buildings are finished.
Fantastic. Good luck with the project.
We'll be back. Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
I had a wonderful time as usual. So whenever you want, we'll be back.
Huh? Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Okay, see you next time at the opening. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye. Bye.
我的心情。